Welcome back to Training Bite Size, the podcast that breaks down big ideas into small, actionable insights. Today we're talking about a crucial part of any change initiative, the learner's journey. Whether you're leading a team or navigating a change yourself, understanding the stages of learning can make all the difference. Let's begin by recognizing the process people go through when learning something new. A really useful model for this is the conscious competence learning model. It's a simple framework that describes the 4 stages a learner goes through, and it's particularly relevant in a change situation. In a change situation, the process often begins with unconscious incompetence. This is where we are in our old business-as-usual world. We don't know what we don't know. We're unaware of the skills and knowledge needed for the new way of working. Then the change happens. A new system is introduced, a new process is announced, and suddenly, we are plunged into conscious incompetence. This is the stage where we become painfully aware of how much we don't know. The fear of failure is most acute here, and it can feel like past learning anxieties are coming back to haunt us. Think about learning to drive. Before you start, you're unconsciously incompetent. You see everyone driving and think, that looks easy. You're completely unaware of the complexity. Then you have your first lesson, and bam! You're in conscious incompetence. You're suddenly very aware of how difficult, scary, and tiring it is, and you might wonder if you'll ever get the hang of it. This stage is where learners, especially in a work context, might want to give up and go back to the old way of doing things. Public transport wasn't that bad after all, you might think. But if you keep going, you move into the 3rd stage, conscious competence. This is where you know how to do the new task, but it requires active, deliberate thought. With driving, you've passed your test, but you still have to actively think about every single move. You might take longer to get to places because you're being cautious, or you might park in a space that's further away to avoid a tight spot. In the workplace, this is when tasks might take longer as you navigate the new process. You might question if it's even worth it because you feel less efficient. Finally, with continued practice, you reach the last stage, unconscious competence. This is where the skill becomes second nature. With driving, this is when you get to your destination and think, I don't even remember getting here. The new way of working has become an automatic habit. It's important to understand this model because the 2 middle stages, conscious incompetence and conscious competence, are where learners are most likely to want to give up. They're tiring, they're frustrating, and they can make people question the value of the change. As leaders and colleagues, recognizing these stages allows us to provide the right support and encouragement. By being patient and empathetic, we can help people through the anxiety of the middle phases and guide them toward a place where the new way of working feels just as natural as the old.